Hello scholars, it is Miss M again coming to you with another math video to help you with some of your packet work. In this video, we are going to be reviewing two-dimensional shapes that we should already know. So we're going to start off with reviewing some of the shapes that will be in your packet work. So these shapes should be familiar to you because we've done them not only in math, but in our morning meetings as well. So if these are super familiar to you, then awesome. And if some of these you forgot, that's okay. That's why we have these videos. So scholars, shapes can be really tall, they can be short, they can be really wide, or they can be really skinny. The way they look doesn't change which shape it's going to be. But how do we know what shape we're looking at? We have to count the sides. So let's look at this first shape. If you knew this was a triangle, great. If you didn't, now you know. But how do we know that this is a triangle? We have to count its sides. So let's count to see how many sides this triangle has. 1, 2, 3. I know if it's a triangle because it has 3 sides and they're all closed. That means they're all touching. So some of your assignments want you to find shapes by looking at their sides, but these assignments might try to trick you by giving you shapes that look like the shape you're looking for, but they are not really that shape. So we see that we have our green triangle again, but now I have a blue shape on this screen that kind of looks like a triangle. Let's see if it is. First, I want to count the sides. 1, 2, 3. Well, it does have 3 sides, but I noticed that all the sides are not touching. And I know if it's going to be a real triangle or if it's a real shape, it has to have all of its sides touching so that it is closed. So if you see something that looks like this blue shape, it is not a real triangle, and that goes for all of the shapes. So let's talk about a circle next. If you knew this was a circle, great. If not, now you know. How do we know that the shape is a circle? We have to count its sides. But a circle has no sides, scholars. We can tell if a shape is a circle by how round it is and by its one curve. So these blue arrows on the screen are showing you that it is going around the circle. That's its curve that never stops. How do I know if it's a circle or an oval? Sometimes that can be confusing. An oval, I have a purple oval and I have a yellow circle. I'm going to look at the purple oval first. I know if it's an oval because it has one curve just like a circle, but it's taller and it's skinnier. And I know if it's a circle because it has one curve, but it's shorter than an oval and it's fatter. So just like the triangle before, we're going to look at our yellow circle and we're going to look at this blue shape next to it to see, is this a circle or is it tricking us? So I know that my circle has one curve that goes all the way around. And I'm looking at this blue shape and I see it does have a curve, but that's funny. It has 1, 2 sides to it. And we just said a circle has no sides. So this shape cannot be a circle. So don't be fooled, scholars. If you knew this shape was a square, great job. If you didn't, now you know. But how do we know that this shape is a square? We need to count its sides. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. And scholars, there's something special about a square. It does have 4 sides, but all of the sides on a square are going to be the same length. That's what makes a square special. So don't confuse this with a rectangle because we'll talk about what makes a rectangle special soon. So again, let's practice. What if your assignment is asking you to find all of the squares on your paper? Well, we know it's a square if it has 4 sides and 4 sides that are going to be the same length. So let's look at this green shape. It has 1, 2, 3, four sides, but I see that where the number 4 is, that line is really, really small compared to the other ones. And those two lines where number 1 and number 3 are, they're the same length, but they're not the same length as the side that number 2 is on. So I already know all those sides are not the same length, so they can't be a square, even though it has 4 sides. Remember, a square has 4 sides the same length. So don't be fooled if it has 4 sides. If it's asking for a square, they must be the same. Now let's look at our rectangle. So if you knew this was a rectangle, great. If not, now you know. But how do I know that this is a rectangle? Well, I know that a rectangle has 4 sides like a square, but it has 1, 2 sides that are really long that are the same. And then it has 1, 2 sides that are the same length. They're much shorter. So it has 2 long sides and 2 short sides. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, just like our square. And the last shape that you're going to see in some of your packet work is a hexagon. And if you knew this was a hexagon, awesome job. If you didn't, that's okay because now you know. But how do I know that this is a hexagon? I have to count the sides. A hexagon has to have 6 sides, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, let's practice to make sure we know the difference. Your assignments are going to try to trick you, but don't be fooled. Hexagons must have 6 sides. So let's look at our pink hexagon first and count those sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I'm going to look at this blue shape. And it looks like it could be a hexagon, but I need to count the sides to make sure it has 6 sides in order to be a hexagon. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This shape only has 5 sides. A hexagon has to have 6, so this is not a hexagon. So scholars, I hope this will help you with some of your packet work, asking you to count shapes, how many sides they have, and to find all of one type of shape or more. So scholars, good luck on your assignments, and I will see you again on YouTube for the next video. Bye!